Sanskaram University, where cutting-edge technology meets the promise of world-class education. Sanskaram University, education with values.
We bring you a story that has left thousands of students across the world in academic limbo. And for hundreds of Indian families, it's a direct hit on years of dreams, savings, and sacrifice. In a stunning and unprecedented move, the Trump administration in the United States has stripped Harvard University, yes, Harvard, of its ability to enroll international students under the Federal Student and Exchange Visitor Program. One of the most prestigious academic institutions in the whole world, no longer allowed to host international students unless it complies with a long list of federal demands, and among those affected are 788 Indian students. Let's break this down for you. The decision was announced by US Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Her justification? That Harvard, in her own words, fostered an unsafe campus. The charge sheet doesn't stop there. The Department of Homeland Security claims Harvard repeatedly refused to share data on international students, particularly disciplinary records and audio-visual content of campus protests. Some of these protests, they allege, were pro-Hamas in nature. But Harvard is pushing back, and it's pushing back hard, calling Donald Trump's move unlawful. That's Harvard's official response. They say this is not about campus safety, this is about political overreach, about punishing academic institutions for resisting federal pressure. But while government and Harvard University debate policy, let's talk about those caught in the crossfire, the students. Among the 6,800 international students at Harvard as of now, 788 are from India, most of them pursuing long-term graduate and doctoral degrees, research scholars, future scientists, economists, engineers. For them, this is not just a visa issue. This is a life-altering disruption. Because here's what happens now. Students graduating this semester will be allowed to complete their degrees, but everyone else must transfer to another institution or face the risk of deportation. Yes, you heard that right, deportation. If Harvard fails to meet the government's 72-hour deadline on the matter, students could lose their legal status in the United States. They may have to leave country mid-degree. They could see years of work evaporate overnight. For Indian students, many of whom have borrowed heavily to study at institutions like Harvard, the financial and emotional cost is staggering. Let's look at what this means specifically for Indian students. Disruption in research. PhD and postdoctoral research will face grant cancellations, delays in thesis, and visa uncertainty, financial loss. Indian students pay around 50 to 75 lakh for a full degree at Harvard. Transferring isn't just difficult, it may mean restarting the whole process from scratch. Visa stress, of course. Many on F1 visas tied only to Harvard, and they may now face deportation. Career delays, internships, job placements will be thrown into chaos now. It is also important to view this in the context of the broader US-India relationship. For years, Indian students have formed the second largest group of international students in the United States, over 250,000 students every year. Many return to build startups, teach at IITs, or work in government. Others stay, build careers, and contribute to American innovation. But now, 788 of them are caught in a geopolitical firestorm they had nothing to do with. So what should Indian students and their families do now? Stay in touch with Harvard's international office. Updates will come fast and sudden. Explore transfer options. get legal advice immediately. Why? Because immigration rules are complex and time sensitive. As the visa crackdown intensifies and immigration policies in the United States strengthen, the question is America still a safe place to dream?